I got 8 houses for free. These are the things that school doesn't teach us because they want us to stay in the system and to not become an entrepreneur. I'm going to show you exactly how I got 8 houses for free, and I'm going to give you all the resources to do it for yourself. Make sure you stick around to the end. This is Austin Rutherford, where we talk business, finance, and real estate. I just finished a refinance on 8 properties where I did the entire deal with none of my own money. I got paid $20,000 tax-free on the refinance, so I got paid 20 grand tax-free. I get all the appreciation forever. I get the depreciation, so I lower my tax burden this year and every year thereafter. I'll make about $2,500 per month in cash flow. In 20 years from now, I will own over $1 million in real estate 100% free and clear. That's the power of real estate. This strategy is literally the keys to financial freedom for you and your family. So before we get started, make sure you smash that like button for me. YouTube loves that algorithm. I use the strategy called the BRRRR method, B-R-R-R-R, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat. What this means is that you buy the property with other people's money. So you buy the property not using your money from private money lenders. You renovate the property, again, not using your money, use private money lenders' money, so they fund the purchase and the rehab. You do the entire renovation, none of your own money, and then you rent the property out. You can either rent it out yourself using Craigslist or Zillow, or you can hire a property management company to rent the property out for you. And then once they call it stabilized, once it's fully renovated with a tenant in place, you take it to a bank and you refinance it. And then after that, you just continue to repeat the process time and time and time again, and continue to build your net worth, your portfolio, your cash flow, build everything so you can live the life that you always wanted. So one of the first questions that I always get asked is, well, Austin, where do you get these types of opportunities to buy them at such a discount? So what we do is we do our own marketing. So we do direct mail, we do cold calling. So we'll buy lists, we'll skip trace the lists, and then market to those individuals. We also buy houses every month from wholesalers. So other wholesalers that are wholesaling their deals, we're buying those deals as well. If you want to learn exactly how we do marketing, make sure you check the link in the description. It'll show you the marketing that we do to find these types of opportunities. Next, once you find the right deals, you got to evaluate the deals. So our goal is to be all into the property for about 75% of the new value. No matter what we buy it for, no matter what we renovate it for, whatever it's worth once it's fully renovated, we want to be in for 75% of that. So if it's worth 100 grand renovated, we want to be all in for 75 grand. If it's worth 200 grand, we want to be all in for 150 grand. Purchase price, renovation cost, holding cost, closing cost, interest, all in with everything involved. We want to be all in for 75% loan to value. And when we use this strategy, we use other people's money. We use private money lenders to buy and renovate these deals. And there's a lot of people saying that, well, you can't get private money without experience, or that you can't get private money without a down payment, or that you can't get private money without having the right credit. Those are all lies. They're 100% false. I'm living proof of it. First deal I did, I borrowed 100% private money, no credit, no income, no background, no experience, nothing. So it is possible. What you need to do is you need to go out and network with people who can become a private money lender to you. Everybody's not a private money lender. You have to meet people that have money that want to invest to earn double-digit returns. My favorite line when talking with people to get them interested in lending me money is when people ask me, what do? I say I'm a real estate developer, and I actually teach other people how to invest their money into real estate. Right then, they have interest. They're like, well, what does that mean? How do you do that? How do you teach people? Now your foot's in the door. Then you have to know private money. So when they start asking you questions, you have answers to those things. So if you check the link in the description, I have an entire video that breaks down where to find private money, how to talk to them, how to pitch them, and how to get them to lend you money. So make sure you check that link out after this video so you can learn the how-tos of private money. The next step is you have to rent them out. So you got to renovate them and then put them up for rent to a tenant. And for these properties, we actually rented these out for a little bit more than we thought we were going to be able to rent them out for. So we're making even more money than we had hoped. But you have to place a tenant in them and quote unquote stabilize the property so it's fully renovated with a tenant in place. And then you take it to a bank and you refinance the property. So what this means is you take it to a bank, you get a new appraisal, the bank lends you money, you pay off your lender, and now you have a property. But there's a tricky part here, and this is the part where most people don't tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat this to you. I'm going to shoot you straight. On a refinance, you do have to have the right debt to income ratio to qualify for a loan, and you have to have the right credit. to qualify for a loan. A lot of people don't tell you this thing, but you do have to have debt to income and credit. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, that's not me, I don't have income and I don't have credit, I can't do this, that's okay. It's the same process to flip a house as it is the BRRRR method. Instead of refinancing it and keeping it as a rental property where you need money and credit, you sell it, you flip it, and you make money. You don't need money, you don't need credit for that. So either way, you're still good. But if you want to do the BRRRR method to keep it as a rental, you do need income and you do need credit. So here's what my numbers on this deal looked like at the end of the day. So if you look here, the blue is what we worry about. So we have 8 units and they rent for about $1,105 a piece. So that's a total of $8,800 of income coming in every month. Then you need property taxes, what all the property taxes are, yearly property taxes and yearly insurance. You got to put those numbers in here, and then a monthly management fee. So a property management fee, and then that's what breaks down all your income and all your expenses. The next step you need to do is figure out how much money you're going to get back at closing. So the purchase price for these 8 units was $500,000. Our renovation cost was $120,000. And then you got to come down here for your interest to your private money lenders. We pay about 12%. And closing costs. So interest and closing costs is part of that all-in number. So if you look at this, we are all in this deal for $674,000. When you take it to a bank, it reappraised at $867,000, meaning that the bank gave us an 80% loan to value of $893,600. So they gave us a loan of $893,000. We're all in for $674,000. The beautiful part about this is I own the property still today. The bank paid me about $19,000 when I refinanced it, 100% tax-free. There's 0 taxes on that. And I get the cash flow still every single day. And then any other monthly expenses on here, we're cutting the grass on one of the units, only one of them. All the other units, the tenant pays for everything. So if you look at this, we're all in for less than the refinance amount. So we're all in for less than the bank will give us. And we're making over $400 a month in profit in cash flow per unit. So that's what we look for. We look for $400 a month in cash flow, and we look to be all in for less than the loan amount. If both of these are green, we pulled the trigger. We're buying the property every single time if both of these are green. If you want to get super technical, the reason why is, again, our buying requirements is $400 a month profit per door, and we don't want to use any of our own money. So we need to be all in for less than what the loan amount is, so we don't have any of our own money into the deal at the end of the day. So if you want this spreadsheet for yourself to use for evaluating properties, make sure you check the link in the description below. I'll send you a copy of my spreadsheet that you can download and use for yourself. But the beautiful thing about this strategy called the BRRRR method is that on this portfolio of rentals, just these 8 units, that's it, I'll make $1.8 million over the next 20 years because of the appreciation, the monthly cash flow, and 20 years from now, I'll own the buildings 100% free and clear, let alone the tax saving of the depreciation. I'll save hundreds of thousands of dollars just in the depreciation alone, which is not included $1.8 million in profit using the BRRRR method. And I have 2 more refinances just like this going through in the next 60 to 90 days. So just think about this. Let's just say you do 1 of these a year. 1 a year for 5 years. You're set for life. You're good to go. Start investing into real estate. And like I said, the links are in the description below for private money, for marketing, to download the spreadsheet. Check the links in the description below. As always, I appreciate you being here. This wouldn't be a channel without you guys, so thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.